But here's what I'm gonna tell you. Ang fear, ang takot, huwag mo siyang kalabanin. Kaibiganin mo siya. Kaibiganin mo ang takot, tanungin mo yung takot, bakit ka nandito, bakit kita nararamdaman ngayon, anong mensahe mo para sa akin. And if you start doing that, you're gonna start living your life to the fullest. But then you might ask me, so when, paano ko kakaibiganin ang takot? Kamusta mga kababayan? Ako si Vanessa, nandito ako ngayon sa Okinawa, Japan. And today, I want to answer a question that was asked to me, paano ba malalabanan ang takot? So kung single Filipina, OFW ka, nasa ibang bansa ka, mag-isa ka, or kahit na may asawa ka, may pamilya ka, and nararamdaman mo yung takot, nararamdaman mo na paminsan, hindi mo nagagawa yung mga bagay na gusto mong gawin. Hindi mo nasasabi yung mga bagay na gusto mong sabihin dahil meron sa loob mo na pumipigil para sabihin yung mga gusto mong sabihin or gawin yung mga gusto mong gawin. So, ang pakiramdam na yon, nilalabelan natin siya as takot. Okay, let's start by defining ano ba yung fear, ano ba yung takot, saan ba siya nanggagaling, bakit tayo natatakot, bakit ka natatakot na sabihin kung ano yung mga gusto mong sabihin or gawin yung mga gusto mong gawin. So, ang takot, it can be emotional and physical. Emotional, of course, ito yung hindi natin nakikita pero nararamdaman natin. Nararamdaman natin pero minsan hindi tayo aware na yung nararamdaman natin ay takot. So, for example, itong gubat na to, itong mini gubat na to, papakita ko sa iyo ang mini gubat na to. Makikita mo na ang mini gubat na to, it has so many parts that goes on with it. And I bet you that all of these parts dito sa gubat na to, it plays an important role. So, ang fear or ang takot is part of your emotional forest, so to speak. And it helps you with things that you need to, accomplish in your life. So, for example, ang emotional fear, it can manifest as natatakot kang mag-speak up sa boss mo, natatakot kang mag-speak up sa asawa mo or sa kaibigan mo. She's taking advantage of you, for example. So, those are the emotional fears. Another form of fear is yung physical fear. So, for example, may mga taong may trauma sa malaking tubig, the big body of ocean. I used to fear the ocean for the reason that I don't know anything about it. I did grow up in the Philippines, but I did not grow up anywhere near the ocean. So those are the two types of fears, emotional and physical fear. So ang physical fear is you will feel it in your body. You feel that your heart is racing and your tummy is like forming a knot, like parang na yung bituka mo ay umiikot, ganyan. And yung physical fear is a fear that you think you might die, for example. So kung hindi ka marunong lumangoy sa ocean na to, of course, kung wala kang fear, you will be like me when I was 27 years old. I went surfing in Hawaii. No life vest, no skills of swimming. Because I wasn't scared at all. And that's one situation where fear can be helpful. I need to have that fear so that I will distinguish na, hey, don't be stupid and don't go to the water. Don't go surfing without any life vest or not knowing how to swim. So that actually, I almost drowned. I fell off the surfboard. And luckily, my friend, he was there and he rescued me from almost drowning. So that's another sign of fear. Kung wala kang physical fear, you will put yourself in danger. Now, there are three things that I want to talk to you about. Why fear is within us. Tulad nung kaninang pinakita ko sa inyo, yung mini gubat, all of the ecosystem in that mini gubat helps with whatever they're doing. So fear is one of them in our emotional mini forest ecosystem. So three things that fear is helping us. Fear is it's helpful, it's needed. Like yung sinabi ko kanina na when I was 27 years old, I did not fear at all. na malulunod ako sa dagat. That was not good for me. And fear, it sends you a signal na merong danger, merong something that you have to protect yourself. So that's why we have that fear in our ecosystem. Fear for us could be magnified by our caretakers or our parents when we were growing up. They were doing the best that they can to protect us. You know, our parents, our caretakers, kung sino man yung nagpalaki sa'yo, they're only human. And they were doing their best. Doesn't matter kung ano man yung nangyari sa'yo in the past, but you're now a grown woman. You can decide for your own. Nagpunta ka sa ibang bansa on your own, and you can do this. You can manage your fear. But because the fear was magnified for us, it is very overwhelming when we start feeling it in our physical body and we start thinking about it. It has a tendency to stop us, to paralyze us. And that's the job of fear. It stops you from facing any danger. It could be fear is part of the culture. I grew up in the Philippines. I was raised Catholic, so we were always told that if we do something bad, it doesn't matter whether it's small or big, we're gonna go to hell. And I'm not saying it's not true. Whatever your belief is, I respect it. But that fear was not just used to be a moral compass anymore. It was used, at least for me, I use that fear to navigate life. And if you use fear to navigate life, there is no life to navigate. So now you might be asking, okay, gets ko na yung takot is helpful for us. Yung takot is part of how I was raised when I was younger. And yung takot is part of the culture. I get it. Well, now this is the turning point for you to ask yourself, are you going to accept it, or are you going to find a way to navigate the fear that you're feeling inside? And I would say that if you don't do that, if you don't manage your fear, if you don't deal with your fear, you're going to not live your life to the fullest. It can't be the best that you can be here on earth. You came here on earth for a reason. And if you don't deal with your fear, then you're going to miss out a lot. Okay, now you're telling me, okay, convinced na ako, Vanessa, na kailangan ko i-manage yung fear ko. And if you're in this video, you probably want to manage your fear anyways. Maybe some of you want to totally get rid of it. And that's the only way for you to stop feeling the physical manifestations of fear. I totally get that. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. Ang fear, ang takot, huwag mo siyang kalabanin. Kaibiganin mo siya. Kaibiganin mo ang takot, tanungin mo yung takot, bakit ka nandito, bakit kita nararamdaman ngayon, anong mensahe mo para sa akin. And if you start doing that, you're gonna start living your life to the fullest. But then you might ask me, so when, paano ko kakaibiganin ang takot? Pag nararamdaman ko yung takot, ang sakit sa sigmura, sa dibdib, hindi ako makakilos, pinapawisan ako, yung throat ko is so dry, I can't even talk, I can't even stand up for myself. And I will tell you 3 things. It's very easy. It's 3 A's. Number 1, to paano kaibiganin ang takot. Hindi kalabanin, kaibiganin, is awareness. Awareness of the fear. Sometimes, because we are living that life for a long time, that was our way to be approved, to be loved, to be safe when we were younger. Hindi na tayo nagiging aware sa fear na nararamdaman natin sa puso natin, sa katawan natin. So, number 1 step is be aware. Be aware na, natatakot ako. Hindi ako makapagsalita, nahihiya ako. Hindi ako makapagsalita sa harapan ng boss ko, sa harapan ng mga teammates ko. Hindi ko maipagtanggol ang sarili ko sa sitwasyon na ito. Or kaya naman, gusto kong mag-zipline, pero natatakot ako, kinakabahan ako. So, yun yung mga physical manifestations and thought process na alam mo na fear yun. Hindi ka chicken, hindi ka duwag. You're not someone as small as you think you are. Natatakot ka lang. And number 2, pagkatapos mong maging aware, ask yourself. Second A, ask. Ask yourself, is this true? Is this real fear? Is this fear going to help me accomplish my goals? Is this fear my fear? Or is this a fear that is projected to me by other people? And what do I mean by fear projected to me by other people? For example, I was already 32 years old when I learned to drive. One of my friends, she was from Philippines too. I learned in Hawaii. And she was telling me that wag kang mag-drive sa H1. H1 is a big, parang sa Pilipinas yung mga S-legs and legs natin. Wag kang mag-drive sa H1 kasi nakakatakot doon. Kasi yung traffic grabe. So I, for the longest time, avoided H1. But there was that one time I didn't have any choice. I had to go to H1 to get to my destination. And then I drove to H1 and it wasn't so bad at all. So that fear was not my fear. It was her fear. She was trying to protect me. I understand that. Your parents, your caregiver might be protecting you as well. But you have to know, is this fear my fear or theirs? Is it real or not? Totoo ba yung fear na yun or hindi? And then you also ask yourself, paano ko ma-mitigate yung risk? There are risks. For example, the driving example I told you that, driving is a big task. Paano ko siya ma-mitigate? I will get off the next exit even though it's not my exit if I don't feel safe. So, yung mga ganong tanong. And then, number 3 is i-accept mo yung fear. Accept. Number 1 is awareness. Number 2 is ask yourself. And number 3 is acceptance. Accept your fear. The biggest problem we have is we are pushing down our fear. We want to get away the fear, remove the fear before we even try to do something. And it's not gonna go away. The more you push it away, it's gonna stay. So, the more you push it away, it's gonna stay. So, kaibiganin mo yung takot mo, wag mong kalabanin. Ang gawin mo, tanungin mo siya, bakit ka natatakot? Okay, sige, gets ko na nakakahiya kung magsasalita tayo sa harapan ng ibang tao tapos hindi natin alam yung sasabihin natin. Well then, play that scenario in your head and ask yourself, okay, kung magsasalita ako sa harapan ng ibang tao at hindi ko alam ang sagot sa tanong nila, anong sasabihin ko? Or if you go, okay, paano kung makalimutan ko yung sasabihin ko? What will I do? So, if you are gonna accept your fear, it will tell you how to improve your life and how to live your life to the fullest. And I know it's not easy because the physical manifestation of fear is para kang masusuka, masakit yung sikmura mo, masakit yung ulo mo, and there is no way that you're gonna have to healthily manage that just by feeling it and breathing through it. Meditate and tell yourself that, hey, nakapunta ka sa ibang bansa. Hey, narating mo lahat ng narating mo ngayon dahil you can do things. And you can start by saying those things to yourself, small steps, write it in your diary, and then start saying it out loud when you're alone or when you're just thinking about, things in your life. So, that's the end of our video. Like what I said, wag mong kalabanin ng takot, kaibiganin mo instead. And that will help you to live your life even to the fullest and serve your purpose here on earth and why you came here on earth for. Okay, so that's our video, and thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment section and I will get back to you. I will make a video out of it if you want me to, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.